Hi everyone, you're welcome to MyProfessorNote. This is Bhupesh Sharma. Hey, in this video, we're going to talk about the Salman Rushdie's Midnight Children. This is the second novel that this is the second writer that we are covering under this series of diasporic literature. Under diasporic literature, all the novels are very important because it has very limited uh, works and they all are very important. So let's start with this one. Midnight's Children, published in 1981. The novel is divided into the three books, and this is the story about the Salim Sinai. And this novel we read as the post-colonial or the postmodern text, and obviously the diasporic because of the writer, right? Shifting from the one country to the another one, as we have characters in it, right? Before they were living in Kashmir, then they come to Agra, then Delhi, then Bombay, then go back to Pakistan, then Dhaka, Bangladesh. So one place to another one. This is what makes a novel a diasporic work. So here, this novel starts with the Slim Sinai. He is telling his story and he wants to complete it before he dies. He is telling the story to Padma. So, midnight children who are born in the dawn of the independence. The day India got independent, that night. The story starts. Salim Sinai is telling the story, and this story he start telling the story uh, about his grandfather first, Adam Aziz, who has came back to Kashmir in 1915 after completing his study in medicine from Germany. He is living with his family, and there he is treating the Nazim, and he is treating her father, a wealthy man, Mr. Guy, allows him to treat her only through a hole in a sheet in order to preserve her honor. It's only after the World War One that he saw her for the first time. They both fell in love, got married, and they came back to Agra. Came to Agra, not back. Obviously, they were in Kashmir. They came to Agra and with five children, three daughters, two sons, three daughters. We have Alia, Mumtaz, and Emerald, and the two son is the Mustafa and Hanif. One of the most important concept I forgot here to share that it has the magic, magical realism element. So magical realism is कि रियलिटी में जब कुछ चमत्कार हो जाते हैं ना, कि हम बोलते हैं ना, कई बार एक कोलॉक्वियल लैंग्वेज में हम कई बार बोल देते हैं कि भाई ये तो चमत्कार ही है, these kind of movements. For example, here we have characters and they have some super powers, supernatural powers they have, and रियलिटी है, सब कुछ रियलिटी है, सब कुछ रियलिटी है, पर उसमें कुछ मैजिकल कॉन्सेप्ट जुड़े हैं, कुछ चमत्कार से हो रहे हैं लाइफ में. फैंटेसी नहीं है, मतलब कंप्लीटली फिक्शन नहीं है कि कुछ भी हो रहा है, ज़मीन उल्टी हो गई है, आसमान नीचे आ गया, नीचे से पानी ऊपर जा रहा है, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. बट एवरीथिंग इज सो रियल कि कहते हैं ना कि वी कैन सी दिस इन दिस वे कि मतलब अचंभा ही है यार, मतलब ऐसा हो कैसे सकता है इस तरह से. सो मैजिकल रियलिज्म की रियलिटी भी है और मैजिक भी है. ये दो चीज़ें दे आर को एग्जिस्टिंग टुगेदर इन रियल वर्ल्ड. कई बार इस तरह के इंसिडेंट्स हो जाते हैं दैट वी विल गेट टू नो इन दिस नॉवल के ये चीज़ें हो कैसे रही हैं. एक तरह से मैजिक ही है ये. Salim Sinai has the power to sniff the emotions. He can hear the voices of other people's thought that they are just thinking, and he can actually hear that. Obviously, this is a magic, right? And Salim Sinai is the real character here, and he has these magical powers, and that's what makes this a magical, realistic novel. So I was telling you about the children of the Adam Aziz and Nazim who came to Agra. There, his friend Mia Abdullah, he died, and his secretary Nadir moved in with him. There, he fell in love with Mumtaz but didn't marry with her. Later, another person came, Ahmed, and Ahmed fell in love with Alia but married to Mumtaz. Mumtaz ran away with him to Delhi and changed her name to Amina, and they gave birth to a baby boy. And before that, she was having discussion with these fortune tellers who said that your boy will never be older than India or younger than India. And that's Salim Sinai, who was born at the night when India got its independence. But before that, there's a story. When they came to Delhi, Ahmad and Amina, when they came to Delhi, they because he was from the Muslim community and he was asked for bribe, his business was completely shattered, and they burned down his warehouse. Because of that, he has to came to Bombay. There he took this a home on a rent on the estate of William. There he also met this guy called Willy Winky, a beggar there. His wife is Vanita and she's having affair with William. And William is a colonizer. Vanita and William having affair, and Willy Winky have no idea about this. And both the ladies are pregnant. Amina and Vanita. At the same day, they give birth to two babies. Mary Pereira is the midwife. Midwife is not something who sleeps in the middle of husband and the actual wife. Midwife is daiswai, we call in India, right? The lady who helps the woman, the pregnant woman, to bring out the child from her womb, right? When she's pregnant, take care of her. And I remember about my own daiswai. Her name was Khampi, and last time I saw her, she was smoking and scratching her feet and looked at me with a smile when she saw me. I'm grown now, without teeth, but she was outcast, but we had a great relationship. Like, I always used to give respect to her. So, when you read novels, so it brings out a lot of memories in your head. It may sound funny to some of you, but yeah, sort of. And so Mary Pereira, what she did is that she shifted the tags. She changed the tag of both of these boys, Shiva and the Salim. Now Salim will be raised by the rich family and Shiva will be raised by this poor family. So now Salim is living with Vanita and Willy Winky, and Shiva with the Amina and Ahmed. Hindu is living with the Muslims, and a Muslim boy is living in the Hindu family, in a rich family. All of these boys who are born on midnight, they all have superpowers, right? In the case of Salim Sinai, he loved to get comforted in the laundry basket, and he is listening the conversation between his mother and who is conversating with the another person, her former husband or the one of her lovers she had earlier, and she punished him for the eavesdropping, जासूसी करने के लिए, चुपके चुपके बातें सुनने के लिए. She punished him, and now he find out his power of listening others people thought. He can hear those voices in his head. And after having this, Salim Sinai, one of his features, he has a long nose, but one day it got blocked and it was operated. He lost his telepathic powers, which he used earlier to listen the thoughts of other people. Now he get the power to sniff the emotions, smell the danger. And Shiva, on the other side, has the capacity for violence and have very strong knees. So, but one day, all this got revealed when Shiva had accident and his parents has to donate the blood, but their blood was not matching. And he was sent to live with his Mamu, Hanif, his mama died. Mary Pereira felt really bad about it, and she tell that she has shifted the tags of the two childrens, and they went back to their respective families. Amina and Ahmed's relationship became so complicated. He start getting drink, and they came back to Pakistan. Salim also came. He got recruited in the Pakistani army, where they use his power of sniffing the danger. They committed atrocities on Bangladesh. He disappeared with his unit, and there he met the witch Parvati, who asked him to get married with her. Earlier he denied. Then she went to Shiva. They both got married. She got pregnant, and then he got ready, and then he got agreed that okay, I want to marry now, right? And all these incidents are happening, having an indirect connection with the real movements in India. These things were happening. We have a lot of controversies about Nehru and the relationship between Harivansh Rai Bachchan and all that stuff you may have heard somewhere. So these are the comments, even though there were some quotes or line that Indira Gandhi didn't like, and that quote and that line was removed in the next edition by Salman Rushdie. And when all of these things were happening, then the prime minister of that time launched the campaign of sterilization. Parvati is sterilized, and the other people who were born on the midnight were sterilized, and they died. Parvati died. And the moment she met for the first time with the Salim Sinai, she asked him to come to Delhi to the enclave of magician, which is led by the Picture Singh. And with Picture Singh, he tried to find out that where is the son of Parvati. They finds him. They went to Bombay, where the Picture Singh having a duel with a snake charmer. And there Salim Sinai discovered that Mary, the midwife, his nurse, was working in the factory there, in a chutney in the chutney factory, and that's where he meet Padma, and they both got married. And as he had prophesied that he will die and turn to dust the day he will get married, and on the day, and this is the same day of the anniversary of India, and that's the day he died. So a person is prophesizing, he's a fortune teller, and the same things are happening later, that he turns to dust, he dies, he get married on the day of India's anniversary. The sun will never be older and never be younger than India. So these are the magical things obviously we have in the real life, right? You may have heard about the Jyotishis saying something. This is the real life, but the magical things are happening. So these are the magical concepts we have here in this novel, and that's what makes it a magical, realistic novel. In the upcoming video, I will talk about the Satanic Verse, another most important novel of the Salman Rushdie. So till then time, just keep studying, and if you want to get access to the MyProfessorNote, which will help you to get your all the entrance examination related to the English literature, right? Whether it's a NET, SET, GATE, your MA entrance, BA entrance, PhD entrance, you can get access to it. I give my contact number below in the description box, so you can contact me there. And till then, just keep studying. Do not give up. There will be situation when you want to go down, but do not, always rise up. This is Bhupesh Sharma, My Professor Note, signing off.